Welcome back to yet another episode of Renegades Ramble.
Yeah, I remember playing Twisted Metal 2 on a little 12.
Yeah, like they were this big, little
built-in
bubble
VCR.
Yeah, had a little VCR in the bottom.
Yeah. Do it again. Why does it always do that?
Your phone is too loud.
Good one, Ron. Good one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again doing some more Neon Genesis Evangelion. The subbed edition, of course, because, hey, it's just how it is right now. And Nick came across something that, to me, makes Texas probably one of the more metal as hell states I've ever seen in my entire life. Nick, care to read out that statement that was just released by the Texas government?
Okay, well, the main part of the meme, well, it's not really a meme, it's just, but I guess it's a meme. I guess you can consider this a meme, but says open carry law in Texas for knives and swords to begin in September. And then the guy who posted the actual post, he said, I know we're not allowed to say this because we're white people, but it's a quote, and he's gonna beep it. So
yeah,
this is the one that the guy posted with it.
On guard, ho ass. And then there's a subtitle down below.
The subtitle's really funny.
Runneth thy fate. It's too good. It's too freaking good. Because I can see it now. It's I shall watch thy petard, motherfucker. Thou hast paint me a coward, I bite my thumb at thee, my motherfucker. You motherfucker. God of mercy, this is just too good.
Thou hast disrespected my hoe, therefore I will have to runneth thy through, thou gangly looking
cracker.
Hood motherfucker.
Thou gamely looking cracker.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, it's pretty fucking funny to me.
But honestly, that makes me want to move to Texas even more now. It's just like, you mean I can go to Texas and carry a sword on my back whenever the hell I want? Hell yes! Like, give me a claymore. I'll go down the street wearing a claymore. People will be thinking, oh, are you going to a Ren fair? No, I'm going to kill a motherfucker. God, I want to live in Texas. Oh, I love Texas so much. Okay, so, anywho, yeah, Evangelion. So, yeah, we're watching more Evangelion. So, in the last episode, we kind of went through more of Shinji's bullshit, as in, Shinji's depression getting the better of him and him having to just nut up and just be like, okay, I'll pilot the Eva. And then eventually he's just like, I don't want to pilot the Eva anymore. Shinji, you have to pilot the Eva some more. Damn it. Okay, I don't want to pilot the Eva anymore. I'm going to run away. Runs away, gets, all of his clearance taken away by Nerve, and then, his father's, still being an asshole. Misato tries to help him out. And then he also gets punched out in the middle of school. And, yeah, it's just, wow. More Shinji's bullshit. I wonder if we're going to have more of that in this episode. Oh, God. What are you writing?
I was just telling my buddy that posted that I'm fucking dying from that.
Oh,
really good.
Well, you're dying. I'm dying.
Yeah.
So, we are now diving into episode 5 of this, and I will say this. This is where things get more interesting. This is where things become more... Like, the world really starts to... Like, the characters in the world really start to open up. Because, cool. I should say that about the last one, because Shinji went to school, and you got to see Toji, and you got to see all of them and all their bullshit and everything. So, we'll have to see how things go in this one.
You know what I've noticed about this series so far?
What's that?
This is not like a legitimate, complaint, I'm just kind of nitpicking. But it's
Go
like,
ahead.
for being a 23-minute total episode, I mean, I know some of that's intro and some of that's outro. All these episodes feel really damn short.
They do.
Like, it feels like not a lot has time to actually happen in each one.
Well, there's a lot going on, and it's actually the one thing I will say about this anime more than anything is that its pacing is always really, really quick. It's it's always really good with fast cuts and all that. You could say the same thing about Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla, even though more than half of the film was just Japanese business, Japanese men talking about, like emergency workers talking about, like, we need to do this, we need to do that. What about this? That'll work. Let's try that. Then they try it, it doesn't work, and it goes back to him. It's like, it didn't work. Damn it. Let's try this. Okay, let's try this. I need clearance to get this. Okay. Runs down the hallway, gets clearance, comes back. I have clearance. Okay, execute. Damn, that didn't work. Let's try something. Yeah, exactly. That was half the damn film, but it was shot in such an awesome way by Anno. It didn't feel like it was that long of a movie. And that's it. When you're able to do that, when you're able to turn, emergency workers working around the clock to try and defeat this gigantic monster into an interesting film, you've done something great. That's just like The Social Network. David Fincher turned a movie about a bunch of nerds making a social media website into one of the most suspenseful films I've ever seen.
That was a badass movie.
Oh, yeah. Killer movie.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it's all about how you make the film. It's all about your choices, your pacing, your characters.
Well, it's kind of like another thing that I keep referencing, but like Naruto with the written Chunin exam.
Yeah.
They made a bunch of kids sitting at a desk taking a test. One of the most interesting couple of anime episodes I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Great stuff.
Really fucking
great,
cool.
Great stuff.
I
love
like,
it.
how do you take something that mundane and turn it into something that badass and intense,
Oh, it's you find a way.
By being a fucking badass at what you do, apparently.
You find ways to do it.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love when they're able to find... that's what makes filmmaking interesting for me, is them finding ways to tell these stories that would otherwise be very boring, but yet they're told in such ways that it's just like, wow, this is really freaking interesting. I like this.
Yeah.
I want to see more of this. And this right here, the pacing of this is really well done, even though some of the episodes have been sort of blah here recently. There haven't been any angel fights or anything like that in 3 and 4. Or actually, there was in 3, but it wasn't as long. It didn't take up that much of the episode.
We should write a manga, like a short story, and try to make it about someone who's just like editing videos.
Oh, God.
And see if we can make it intense as hell somehow.
Yeah, actually, I know. Actually, I'll tell you some of the things I do. If it's like a short edit,
I was just trying to think of like the most mundane task I could think of, like but that actually relates to us.
You know what? You know what I do? Whenever I start a render sometimes and I have nothing else to do, I can't do anything else in the office, you know what I do? I make a list in my head of all the things that I need to get done, like my laundry or stuff like that, and I try and do that as fast as possible. And I'm just
I think I've seen a scene like that before, actually. It's like, all right. And he's like, all right, I have 10 minutes until this renders. What do I have to get done now? It's like the laundry in the hallway. What do I have to do this?
And it's like all of a sudden it does like all
and
the
then
epic
like, but all of a sudden
shots,
it's like oh, I forgot about the freaking
the fabric softener.
Yeah.
Crap. Where's it at? And I go up on the second floor.
No,
it's like,
we've got this on lock. It's like, I left my cheese puffs in the oven. Oh!
We need to do that. We can make that. Actually, you know what? Let's talk to Jacob and see if we can turn that into a comedy sketch. Yeah. Kind of like how Nigahiga does his comedy skits, stuff like that. Oh,
you might have to edit out that keep from getting claimed or something, but
it's okay. No.
I need to take my medicine real fast.
Okay, go ahead.
Can we jump cut?
Yeah, we can jump cut. Da 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 da. Oh yeah, they do. They taste terrible.
I've never had a gel cap that tastes
awful. Oh yeah, it's terrible. I hate it.
Gel caps usually flavorless, but
terrible. Yeah, they do taste terrible. That's their appeal and their downfall. Is that they do their job, but they're terrible. And there you go.
I also fucked up my stomach real bad earlier, so I ended up having to take them Imodium.
Oh yeah.
So that was fun.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Because you're supposed to eat with them, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's one thing. That was my first problem I had with them. Is that they fucked my stomach up real bad when I didn't eat.
Yeah.
So okay.
Anyways,
Back at it. Yeah. Back at it again here at Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme sign goes flying. Okay.
Where's the fucking donuts for Krispy Kreme?
I don't know.
I've been wanting some of those holiday donuts. I keep showing them to me on Facebook. And I'm like, fuck you, I don't have money.
You know what? Let's make that a thing we do tomorrow.
What?
We can go get donuts at Krispy Kreme late.
Okay.
Because I'm probably going to go to a bar or something and watch the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight. So if you want to do that, we can. All right. So sounds good to me. Anywho, we have episode 5 of Neon Genesis Evangelion queued up here. Let's get it on screen.
Sorry for the weird ass intro.
Also, hey, Evangelion's coming to Netflix. Hopefully, it'll be on there before we finish this. Maybe not.
I mean, we have the discs for after this episode anyway.
No, actually, I think I've got the discs for now. I think it's episode 5 and on. I've got the discs for. So
are we on 5?
Yeah, we're on 5. So hey,
well,
I can actually do that. Let me actually do that real quick. Hold on.
More weird ass intro stuff.
Da 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 da. Look at that, pristine, perfect. I've never had any problems out of these. Love this.
What do you want, phone?
He's like, your attention, give it to me. Oh. Heather's X-ray disc is in here. Or no, her CAT scan. Her CAT scan.
Huh.
Okay. Hello there. Ah.
That's a cool menu.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, ADV. Yeah. Is this dubbed or subbed? I can't remember.
You don't get to pick.
Here we go. Hold on. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, English subtitles on, languages Japanese.
I don't think it switched to on the subtitles.
Oh, I thought it did.
Check it again.
Main panel. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Episode 5.
Whatcha? Oh yeah, the little intro things as well. Holy shit. Is this all the episodes strung together?
Oh no.
Let's check and see. Hold on. Yeah. Is it not wanting to? Okay. Or am I fucking it? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that should be the intro to the episode, I would think.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, director Hideki Anno.
I feel like you should definitely edit down some of this weird intro that happened.
Yeah, I will. Okay, so let's get this on screen.
Either that or just go ahead and be Caleb and be like, a bunch of weird shit happened while we were doing this, so we're just going to put the timestamp on here for you.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
This robot's pissed off about something, isn't it? He's braver than I am. I would have been getting the hell out the way even though I knew it was a strong pane of glass. That's not good.
Yeah, it's the pilot. That's the pilot tube.
Oh, okay. So this is a flashback?
Yeah.
This is why she was injured?
22 days ago.
Okay. Hey, who says that all the time? Goblin Slayer's catchphrase, pretty much. I see.
So come yet.
Not the same thing.
I know.
Different language.
I know. The first child, Rei Ayanami.
Yeah, I can understand when they say numbers in this, and I can understand when they say nani, but
that's basically
it's harder to pick up other stuff than it is in Goblin Slayer.
Yeah.
I guess they don't say sorry and stuff like that I know a lot either, though. Or good morning and stuff.
Yeah. Liar. It's true. It is true. Yeah. What's wrong? Nothing. For God's sake, you little leches.
Somebody said something about like Japanese culture is different, and that those kind of swimsuits apparently are more sexual than like a bikini are.
Well, I guess where they're like, I don't know. I guess where they're like, where everything's encased, it sort of gives the allure of like, you can see every detail more plainly, whereas bare skin, you can't make out like the full details, especially with certain things. But I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. People, I know. I
don't get that, because it seems like you're still leaving more to the imagination if you have like a one-piece swimsuit than you are with a two-piece. You know, but yeah, who knows?
Two-piece, or heck, I saw a woman wearing a three-piece. You know what the three-piece was? Bottoms. One strap for one breast and one strap for another.
Oh yeah.
An official three. I was like, looking at it, I was just like, is that really? Are those connected? No, they're not. Holy shit! Because she adjusted one by itself, and then she adjusted the other by itself, and I'm just like, good God. Saw this in Cancun, by the way.
Yeah.
There was a nude beach down there. It was full of a bunch of old naked European people. It was weird.
Don't quote me on that I just said too, though, because that's literally just me hearing that from somebody else. I can't remember what I was on when somebody was talking about that, but yeah, like they could easily be wrong. Who knows? If you know anything about that, you can let me know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really care, but
no, I don't care either.
Just an interesting factoid I had heard.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
I feel like the way American schools are, that
she's actually smiling.
If we had swim teams around here, they wouldn't have let boys and girls even be in the same pool room, at the same time.
You think that, but actually my school did have a swim team. My school did have a swim team, and they competed, and they actually got second place in state. And the boys and girls practiced together. They didn't dress together.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Well, yeah, obviously, but they did swim together often. And the number one thing that they said was, no shenanigans, no throwing other people into the pool, stuff like that. You're given 3 strikes on it. If you're 3 strikes and you're off the team. And there was one guy, Sean Dowdy, I knew, he had 2 strikes, and then he actually did something to he stood up in front of everybody. He apologized for his actions, and they took one of the strikes away. So he actually was a pretty good swimmer and he actually dated a girl who was 2 years older than him, who was on the swim team. He was a sophomore, she was a senior, and I think they still dated for 4 or 5 years after she graduated. So
nice.
Shut up. But yeah, I
had a crush on one of the senior girls in band when I was a freshman, and I was just like, "There's no fucking way that could happen."
So funny enough, I actually had there was a girl I had a crush on. She was one of my sister's, actually, two. Okay, I had a crush on 2 girls. One of them was my sister's friend all the way up through preschool to high school. The other one stopped being friends with my sister halfway through, and the girl that stopped being friends with my sister, she was actually really stunning. And what I mean by really stunning was this happened, and if I'd heard about this, I'd have said bullshit, but I was part of it when it happened. She stopped her car in front at the back of the school, and there was a section where the older high school guys and me, I was friends with one of them back there, and I hung out back there a few times. Anyway, she stops there and gets out. This girl's wearing Daisy Dukes and a skin-tight white tank top. She gets out of her car, walks around, and every guy just goes quiet. Every guy just goes quiet and just, like, watches her walk and is just like... And then I remember it was Clisso. Travis Clisso looked over at me. He's like... I think she does that as, like, a bit of a social experiment to see to see what our reactions will be. Because Travis was a smart kid. He played football and, you know, he kind of became a little bit of a jock, but he was pretty cool.
If she's around a lot of dudes that are like younger than her.
Oh yeah, she was
probably like entertaining for her to do that.
Probably because some women get off on that. Some women get off on being desired. And
it's just funny too because like look at all these dudes that want man, they're never gonna get it.
That's true. That's true. And she eventually did start dating a guy who we knew, and we were just like asking, it was just like, dude, what's it like dating her and all that? What's it like? And then he's just like, honestly, dude, she's pretty boring. She sits around and reads and asks me some questions and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah. So, and I'm just like, really? And we were all very surprised. We thought like she was like super wild and a party ant. No. It turns out she's just really bookish.
So I'm about to make a Smitty prediction. I'm gonna predict that in the comments to this video, people are gonna get mad. They're like, "Oh god damn it! Now you're doing it during the videos." So at least we paused it while we were talking.
Cue comment 3, 2, 1. Holy shit! There it is, Nick. Nick, you are a genius. You are Nostrafrickin-Damus. All right, let's get back to it.
Yeah.
Really? You're gonna force Pin to eat that shit? And he's dead. All of a sudden, she's just like, well, there goes the penguin.
That was probably the best bad food reaction I've ever seen, and it was from a fucking penguin. Yeah.
Buddy.
Yep. I knew it.
Buddy. Sorry. You just made it 1,000 times worse, kid. You just made it 10,000 times worse. And, oh, God. Check your hands, Shinji. Where are your hands? Where are your hands? Oh, there's one.
Hey, okay. Still.
And there's the other. Holy shit. Come on.
Oh, you just got fired for sexual harassment / assault.
He's like doing the weird gesture with his hand like, did I really feel that?
Okay, the appropriate thing to say in the situation is, I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I'm leaving immediately. I was supposed to deliver this to you. Here you go. I'll see you later. Bye.
I'll say one thing about Rei. She's fearless. She is fearless. She
apparently doesn't give much of a fuck.
Not really.
Most anime girls would have beat his ass.
These shots I love these shots.
Ah.
Ouch.
So I expected that to happen a lot sooner than it did.
Well, she slapped him because of him saying shit about his dad, but not about him seeing her naked and accidentally and groping her and all that. Oh, this boy.
We're going to make a prediction now. We don't get to see this fight until the next episode. Yeah, I figured that.
You're like, yeah, I figured that. Shit. Yeah. So, funny enough, yeah.
I could feel the amount of time we had been watching for, and I was just like, this fight ain't happening this episode.
Yeah.
It's like they're setting this up, and it's gonna be a cliffhanger.
But yeah, I like the redesign of this angel's name, and this is called Rumiel. Rumiel, he's you're gonna get to.
So they start naming them.
Or
have they all had names so far?
They've all had names so far. It's just that you really have to dig deeper into the lore in order to find the names. And for me, I just dug into like the Nerve. It was an online form called the Nerve Handbook, where they got all these stuff together, sourced it together, and thus made sort of like a giant wiki page before like Wikipedia was even a thing.
Yeah.
And thus, I got all my stuff from there. This angel is probably one of the more powerful ones, and one of the more deadly ones. I mean, Jesus, he's like. Although I do, like I said, I like the Rebuild series better, because the Rebuild series version of this guy better, because to me they're able to do a lot more with the technology they had at the time, which was 2007 when they did that one. And but still, I love this Angel's design and also his attacks, because you saw his attack right there. He pretty much decimated a building and just was like destroying Shinji.
Yeah.
And
looks like they might have to send Ray out, because looks like Shinji might be fucked already.
Yeah. Well, he was cooking. You saw him cooking in his plug suit and the LCL fluid. So yeah,
And plus, it seems like they have like enough of a link that they feel pain whenever they get hit. So they were telling him originally, it's not actually your arm, but he was freaking the fuck out like it was.
Well, of course, you're neuro-linked to the rope, to the mech.
That would be such a disadvantage to like feel whatever happens to your mech.
Well, it's a lot like you remember how Pacific Rim was?
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, that's right. Well, in that, you sort of are connected neurologically to the machine in order to be able to move it in such a fast way, because if you were able to do just like basic, no neural linking and movement, your movements would be too slow. But where your mind is processing with the machine, and thus everything's reacting. See, you think you're reacting whenever you move the machine forward, but in truth, you've already started to move the machine forward. It's just it was a long time before your body actually started to do it. Your body is assisting it, and that's how this works effectively too. You see, you're so neurologically linked, you feel everything that the machine is going through. And you feel everything. Because
I guess I've not really thought about it that way, but even in like Gundam, there's like an implied slight delay to a lot of attacks, because they'll be like inside the cockpit, and then their Gundam will be swinging, and it's like, even though you kind of feel like that's an instantaneous thing, it's like technically the way those machines would work, it would be kind of like a slight delay, and as it swings.
It's like Big O too. Big O, whenever he does the big swings. Yeah, he has to bring the things around, and then the machine does it.
Yeah.
See, it's
the fastest looking reaction time I think I've seen in any kind of like mech robot like piloting, like without like that link, is probably. I think that link might be a thing in Zone of the Enders, but I think Zoids. Like the Zoids looked like they had like some hella tight control schemes and stuff, like the way they would work.
Yeah, Zoids
they were almost like on an automatic type thing, where like the thing would already be running like an animal, and they would kind of drive it almost like a car. So
yeah, you would be able, and you see, there's auto functions that you can do. Like you can press down a button, and that'll initiate the run sequence, and all you have to do is like direct forward, turn left, turn right, and then like stop. You pull back, you like release the buttons and pull back. And thus that brings the back paws back forward to help stop it.
Yeah.
I mean, you see, they've turned out a lot of stuff to show mechs and how they would work in practical means. And we're still a long way away from like the big monstrous machines of Gundam.
Yeah, but like when they show some of this stuff, and then you see some of the technology that they're actually working on developing, it's impressive how good some of their predictions were.
Oh yeah,
and like even Hideo's predictions from like Metal Gear, I've already seen a couple things that look like they've either been inspired by stuff from Metal Gear, or it's just his predictions were that good for the way technology would go.
Well, yeah, I mean they say the same thing about Nikola Tesla, because Nikola Tesla, he had dreams and visions about being able to experience information over wireless, like a full wireless telephone. And he actually was working on inventing one with a battery pack, like a full battery pack one that wasn't a radio. Instead, it had its own signal. It had its own individual signal. It wasn't something that transmitted into the radio frequency waves and would transfer stuff back and forth. Instead, it would be its own transmitter.
Yeah.
And you see that's how cell phones work nowadays. You see every single one of these, even though they require a cellular network to work, they put out their own signal.
Yeah.
And you see that's one thing that you see Tesla was a dreamer, and I think if they could have made Tesla live 100 more years, he probably would have come up with some ridiculous technology that we never would have thought to think about. Yeah. Now, albeit, Nikola Tesla was also a eugenicist, so, take that how you will.
But that's like a scientific genius versus like some guys who were making a cartoon and just did enough research to make such cool looking predictions and stuff.
They made sort of an educated guess, but had fun with it.
Yeah. It's just impressive how well a lot of it is shaping up to turn out, it looks like.
Yeah. Also...
so one of the things I've seen was... I can't remember exactly what it was, but I know there was a thing recently, and I was like, dude, that's kind of like the geckos from Metal Gear Solid 4 and Rising.
I'm trying to get to one section here. There was someone who did a dub of this, and it was like a bridge dub of this, and it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, that scene was painfully awkward, though. Like, that scene and the scenes following it, it's just like, shit, man.
Of course.
Shit, Tenji. Shinji.
Like,
almost said Tenchi.
Tenchi.
Completely different anime.
Yeah. And that's a full harem. This is just...
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to the one scene where Ray slaps him. There was someone who did an abridged version of it. Actually, it was since it's not wanting to be cooperative, instead I'll just tell you what happened. In it, like Ray's talking to him. It's just like, so what did you think? And he's like, of what? He's like, and she's like, you know what? And he's like, well, I'll be honest, your breasts weren't as impressive as I thought they would be. And then she turns around and she said, I was talking about my apartment. I thought that was pretty damn funny because it was just like a total misdirect, and then she was just like,
yeah,
I meant this, dumbass. And then whack. And then, it was... From then on, like, their interactions later on in the abridged series was just them going forward. And, like, over radio communication, he'd be like, Ray, I need you to do this for me. And she's like, are you sure you don't want to have another grope first? Just do it, goddammit! It was good stuff.
Just bad choices with that whole scene. I don't know. Just
a lot of
Shinji's part.
Of course.
I was just trying to think about it, and I was like, if I was in that situation, I was like, see, I'm the kind of person, though, that I would walk in the front door slightly, and I'd be like, hello?
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 Anyone here?
And I was like, she's not home. She must have left her door unlocked. I was like, she's going to get robbed. I'm going to find a piece of paper and just write a note being like, I'm told to give this to you. Here you go. Blah, blah, blah.
No, instead, he's like,
and like, I might have accidentally been there when she walked out still, and I've been like, oh, shit, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'd have just been like, oh, sorry, turn it around.
I would have like held the note up in front of my face and been like, I'm not looking.
No, not seeing this.
My bad. I'm supposed to give this to you. Here you go. I'm going to leave now. I'll see you later.
Bye. Yeah, here. Card. See you. Bye. Later. So yeah,
just I don't understand the whole like how you can trip and like fall on a person and not realize that your hand is like somewhere it absolutely shouldn't be.
Well, your adrenaline's going because you're in an unknowable situation. You're in sort of an unknown. Like he's never been in a compromising situation with a girl his own age like that. He's always been by himself, and he doesn't know how to handle it, and still doesn't know how to handle it because obviously. Hey, hand on boob. That's like Nah, bro. Nah. Like there was a time I accidentally bumped into a girl and like my elbow like accidentally hit her in the chest, and I was just like, "Oh my god, I am so sorry." And she's just like, "That fucking hurt, dude." And I'm like, "I am so fucking sorry, dude. I did not mean to do that." She's just like, "Oh god, Jesus." And I'm like, I'm so sorry. And then like she was playing around with me after that. She was like rubbing on it and everything, and she's just like, "You want to help me rub them?" And I'm like, you're fucking with me, right? And she's just like, yeah, don't fucking touch me. And I'm like, okay, fine. And I backed off. I remember it was it was actually during one of our plays at Virginia Highlands. We were putting on a play, and the girl that Danielle was her name. She was really cool, but we got along pretty good. It's just she was very forward, like a very very straightforward person. And me, I'm slightly more lackadaisical. But anywho,
this reminded me of something kind of weird, like with my ex-girlfriend stayed at my house for like 2.5 years, and at this one time, like I think I accidentally like elbowed her in the boob, like.
Ooh.
She's like, but like, she got me back, like, because she was completely asleep, and I remember she's like, and then she just went, like, right in the face, and I was just like, Jesus Christ! She didn't even wake up, and I was like, oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
She, like, slapped me right in the face, like, just completely asleep.
Yeah, Well, in Dana's defense, we actually did a play later on where her character actually got to knee me in the balls. So I think maybe that was sort of her revenge on that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway.
If she didn't pull it, then it was.
well, there were a couple times they got through.
Yeah.
But mostly, I was able to like sink my hips back enough to where I was able to like avoid it and make it look good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's. Anywho, this was the Genesis Evangelion episode 5. We're watching the sub now, of course. So yeah, enjoy that.
I know we talk randomly a lot, but for some reason I felt the need to be like, sorry for all the completely random shit that happened in this video. I don't know how much Nate's going to edit out of it, but
we'll see.
If a lot of it's still there, I'm sorry.
Well, if it's not there, then that's fine too.
Okay.
And now since we are watching from this now, hey, I think this is actually a pretty cool thing since we're watching from this now. So hey.
Hey, wait.
What?
Since we're using this, you should show off individually like what part we're on, just because if somebody's not seen this set, just like.
Yeah, here we go. So.
Like when we switch between parts, we'll just.
Oh yeah.
Check out the cool artwork and stuff.
Yeah, cool artwork. Also. Yeah, there you go. That way you can see episodes 5 through 8 are going to be on this. 9 through 11 on this one. So yeah, this is the only one that actually features 4 episodes: 5, 6, 7, and 8. The rest only have the rest of them only have 3. So yeah, that's fun. So yeah, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this was Neon Genesis Evangelion episode 5. If you all are interested if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to watch the full version of this, feel free to check out our Patreon down below. There's a way you can actually, by supporting us on Patreon, you can actually get access to all of these that we're reacting to, all of our previous stuff, and all the stuff we're still currently doing, like Goblin Slayer, and hey, we're going to go back to doing My Hero Academia again. So that's something. Oh shit! It finally caught up. The DVD finally caught up. I guess it was just like, oh shit, I'm supposed to work now. So, anywho, thank you again, everyone. And as always, Mike is on break. And be sure to thank your Caleb in the comments down below. See you in the next one. Peace out.